Okay, so maybe it's just me, but this studio as of recent has been going a little bit overboard to say the least. Now, for the most part, most anime fans nowadays are a little bit more in tune with which studios are producing the shows that they love. And in particular, if you know about anime creation now in 2022, then at the very least, one studio name will pop up to you automatically, and that is Studio Mappa. Studio Mappa has been, for the last several years now, just absolutely dominating and being the main topic of conversation every year when it comes to some of the top anime that are released, because between their stuff with Jujutsu Kaisen, between their stuff with Attack on Titan's final season, you had the God of High School, you got now stuff that's popping off like Chainsaw Man. Studio Mappa has proven time and time again that holy cow, they create some very high quality stuff, and oftentimes over the years we have been cheering on whenever we hear like, oh wow, that series is getting an anime and it's gonna be Studio Mappa, the same people that put out Jujutsu Kaisen, the same people that did Attack on Titan's final season. Wow, like that's real exciting, only to later find out like we were actually really behind it and rooting for it 1000%. Like, yo dog, Studio Mappa looks like it's good for the anime industry because we're getting top-notch quality. Like nowadays there's only two studios really that battle it out for the top studio, and then the occasional surprise of like, hey, Studio Pierrot brings Bleach Thousand Blood War, one of the best looking shows of their entire lifespan in 2022. But for the most part, the two of the topic conversation are Studio Mappa and of course Ufotable from Demon Slayer and the Fate series and all that good stuff. Like those are pretty much the two big dogs, and Mappa has been, honestly I would argue, talked about more because they release more product. Again, like I've said, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, God of High School, like they've been working, but over the years, you know, I guess it's like the saying says, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Because Studio Mappa, when it first started becoming a thing, it was like, wow, this is awesome. You fast forward to where it's at right now, and it's starting to look, to a certain degree, a little problematic, a little bit on the cusp of potentially becoming a monopoly at some given point in the future. And just in general, Studio Mappa, what started off as like a lovely office romance, is now starting to look like, dog, is this even a good thing for the anime industry and in general the people that are suffering throughout this whole ordeal? Because as it stands right now, Studio Mappa, they got a lot of anime licensed. As I count right now, I want to say they have at the very least around 10 titles between anime TV series and anime movies that they're working on at the moment, including again massive ones that are either currently being released like Chainsaw Man, and stuff that is coming up like, of course, the thing that a lot of people are waiting for, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 and Attack on Titan's final season Part 3. Like there are some very big ones that they have coming, but again, like the lineup as it stands right now, they just recently announced One Punch Man Season 3 is going to be produced by Studio Mappa, which I talk about that more in detail over on my Forever News channel on the episode that drops December 10th, so you can look out for that one. Hell's Paradise Jigoku Raku, that's in production, that's not out right now, but that's one that they've been working on for a bit, and that's again another big title. Vinland Saga Season 2, taking the reins like what they did with Attack on Titan over from Studio Wit, and moving forward with it. We don't know what Vinland Saga Season 2 is going to look like overall, but based off the previews, it looks kind of decent. And either way, again, yeah, carrying on, and like I've said, Attack on Titan, the final season, they're working on the final part of the final season. Then they got something else called Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill. I think that's like an isekai that they have going right now. And then they got two movies, a Yuri on Ice movie that's a continuation of Yuri on Ice, and Alice and Teresa's Illusion Factory. So they even got a couple of films, and there's probably a couple of other titles that I might be missing, so it might be anywhere from like, you know, 9 or 10 to possibly even like 12 or 13 anime that they either have announced that they got the rights to, or that they're currently working on, or just in general. It sounds a lot. Honestly, it sounds a lot, because we can't forget that, again, Studio Mappa has been expanding a lot, so much so recently that they've built those, again, studios where people could live. Like, they are essentially trying to create a living environment for these anime over there, and they're basically creating these studios that is like, hey, get comfortable because you're gonna be here a while. And again, that should have been a red flag. A lot of us was looking at that a little bit side-eye, like, wait a minute, it's already bad enough how much they go through, how many hours they're working, but now you want them to live there? And then, you know, it's become a running meme, but in reality, it's a sad truth of, imagine every time as you're at Studio Mappa and they got you there 60-80 hours and they, you know, got you like, hey, I'm at the end of my schedule, I'm finishing the final storyboard for the day for Jujutsu Kaisen. Uh-oh. Now I got One Punch Man season 3. Really? I just want to go home, man. I just want to go home, okay? I would legit feel like that, because dog, that's outrageous. On top of that, the expectations, dog, because if you're in that building, again, Chainsaw Man, one of the most popular manga and anime right now, One Punch Man, expectations, Jujutsu Kaisen, Vinland Saga, Attack on Titan, the amount of expectations on Studio Mappa's shoulders is insane as well. But between the fact that alone this is on the cusp of, okay, every time we hear a big title, it's going to Studio Mappa. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? How many people are involved in Studio Mappa that they got the bag to be able to create all of these projects? That's millions and millions and millions of dollars in investments. Either way, Studio Mappa, they got a lot of stuff going on, and it kind of makes you wonder, are they going too far? Like, is it too far? Is it too much? Is it too over the top with, again, the amount of anime they're picking up recently? Because, and it started off where it was like, yo, dog, this is a treat, you know what I'm saying? Jujutsu Kaisen, we got the goods right now. So it's like, every time an anime gets announced, the first question is like, is it Studio Mappa? Anybody know? Is it Mappa? It's probably Mappa, right? And if it ain't Mappa, people are like, well, is it Ufotable at least? Like, you know, step up? Like, what are we talking about? Like, IG, you're out there? Hey, old Madhouse, like, yeah, it's really, you know, in a climate where pretty much anime studios and animation are some of the top things when it comes to creating an anime, like which studio, and then, of course, which type of quality they have, what levels are they at, because, you know, anime fans, they want their animation to be 100% Sakuga, they want the works and whatnot, so there's a lot into this. Honestly, it feels like it's a scary time for the animators. Like I said, again, looking at that sounds like hell. Yeah, hell's paradise, probably hell to be working on alongside all these other things where they're trying 3D blend with 2D, and they're living there. You know, I'd go crazy. Studio Mappa is gonna turn these animators into a goddamn psych ward. This is gonna be sight to see, and I wouldn't be surprised that at some given point they violate laws or something, because, dog, you can't just have people like prisoners. You can't just keep forcing people draw for like endless hours. I don't even know. This sounds weird and twisted, and the more they keep on adapting, the more they keep on announcing another one, like again with One Punch Man season 3 being the latest of the fray, is like, dog, Studio Mappa, you're edging on monopoly. You got a million animators there that are suffering living with you guys. Then on top of that, you're taking all the goods as well, kind of becoming a little bit of an issue, stopping competition, because I absolutely would love to see some other big studios do some great adaptations aside from Studio Ufotable and Studio Mappa. Hells yeah, bring in some of the other dogs out there. Bone's been doing their thing on a few different projects. Like, yeah, let's see what the other competition got. And yeah, as it stands right now, I guess I want to ask you, big question. Studio Mappa, are there problems in the anime industry right now? Is there any problems you foresee in the future if it continues at this path of them just getting everything? Every big title you can think of, they got it. And your thoughts and predictions for how things is going to pan out in the future for Studio Mappa, if they continue on this path, or just in general how they're going right now. Like, there's a lot of success. Almost everything they've been putting out has been a grand slam, but we've also seen that with Studio Wit with, well, okay, Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga were big hits. Why do you got to give them up? Oh, you didn't really make much money off of them. So is Mappa gonna make money? Or so that for this one though. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Subscribe and hit that bell to get more. Yeah.